Today we will take you on a tour of a country whose name you may have heard for the first time. It is a country with more than 900 rivers and streams. Marriage is prohibited here until the test is completed. 93% of the country is mountainous. It is a landlocked country surrounded by mountains. Its borders Afghanistan in the south, Uzbekistan borders the country to the west, Kyrgyzstan to the north, and China to the east. It is a country of ethnic Tajik origin, with culture and historical roots in Iran and Afghanistan. And they speak Tajik, a language very close to Persian. The land that was the cradle of the Samanid Empire was part of the Soviet Union in the 20th century, known as the Tajik Soviet Socialist Republic. The largest river in Central Asia, the Amu River, flows through the country. After the defeat of Soviet Union in Afghanistan, Russia was divided into several parts, which result in Tajikistan gaining independence from Russia from 1992 to 1997. He suffered a great civil war. After the end of civil war, politic, political stability, foreign aid, and the country's two largest natural resources, cotton and aluminum, played a key role in the country's economy. The name of Tajikistan is derived from Tajik and Istan, meaning the homeland of Tajiks, just as the word Istan can be associated with some countries such as Pakistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Afghanistan, etc. The country capital, Dushanbe, is the country's largest city with a population of 800,000. This city is considered one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Dushanbe means Monday. It got its name in the past because of the Monday Bazaar. Fancheco, the world's second largest glacier after the pool, is 70 kilometers long and cover an area of 90 square kilometers. The land where Tajikistan is today has been inhabited since 400 years AD. This area has been under the control of different states throughout history. Islam came here in 7th century at the end of the Abbasid period, when new states came into being in the last period of Islamic Empire. One of the first states, the Samanid Empire, came into being, who built the cities of Samarkand and Bukhara, which later became the cultural city of this country. Mongols occupied Central Asia before becoming part of the Russian Empire. The region was part of Bukhara Emirate. In the 19th century, Russia began digging into Central Asia and occupied Tajikistan. After the fall of Tsarist Empire in 1970, a liberation movement began in Central Asia, but it was crushed and the region became part of the Soviet Union. Islam was severely damaged during the communism era. Mosques and places of worship were closed. Moscow paid the least attention to Tajikistan, one of the Central Asian states, and it lags behind other Central Asian states in lifestyle, education, and industry. In 1991, the Soviet Union broke up and Tajikistan declared independence. After independence, Tajikistan fell victim to a civil war in which tribes belonging to different families came face to face. During this period, most of the population consisted of Russian and Jews. Jews fled due to growing poverty and the best opportunity outside the country. Imam Ali Rakhmanov came to power in 1992 and has ruled the country for the past 27 years. Tajikistan has interesting wedding traditions. Here, it is necessary to get permission from the government before marriage. It is especially important to get tested first to prevent diseases caused by cousin marriage. The girl and the boy are being investigated to see if they are both ready for the bond. And divorce rates are rising sharply in the country with boys moving to Russia after marriage and being abused here and do not return. Therefore, government permission is required and marriages are usually performed at the age of 20. These marriages last for 3 days and long instruments are played at the wedding. And everyone is trying to figure out if he will survive the next day or not. That is why everyone is crazy about the Lazika dance. And under a law in the country, any man can invite people to any event according to his income. The purpose of this law is to save people from bankruptcy. If you look the geography of this country, it is located in a region where there are many earthquakes. Pakistan and Tajikistan are separated by a strip called Wakhan. Wakhan is a part of Afghanistan, Tajikistan with a total area of 14 lakh 41 square kilometer. More than 50% of country is 3000 meter above sea level and the Fergana Valley is known of some of the best horses in the world and Asia. European flocks to the city to buy hybrid horses, and the river Amu flows out of them from valleys, and it rains a lot there. Russian soldier claims to have seen a snowman. The highest peak in Tajikistan is the Kohe Ismail, and it is 4,795 meters above sea level, maximum of 42 degrees Celsius, and the minimum of 3 degrees Celsius has been recorded in the country. New legislation in the country encouraged traditional dress and adherence to national culture and prohibited wearing Islamic clothing. Tajikistan is divided into regions or called provinces. Fergana Valley is the region where three countries Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan met. Tajikistan is officially a republic where elections for president and parliament are held, and interesting thing is that the last election here was held in 2005 and like all previous elections foreign observers call these elections unfair. Dear viewers, it is also interesting to note that in Tajikistan large eyebrows are preferred. Those whose eyebrows are smaller are enlarged by painting them so that they look attractive. The country's Alexander Lake is named after Great Alexander. The dialing code of the country is +992 and the domain name is .tj. Driving of country is right-handed. If we talk about the economy of the country, according to the World Bank, it is growing at the annual rate of 9.5% and its annual GDP is 30.55 and its currency is the Tajikistani somoni and its per capita income is $3,200. Noreen Dam is the world's tallest hand-built dam. Sources of income in Tajikistan's economy is aluminium production, cotton cultivation. 47% of the country's GDP comes from the remittance, and 90% of the country's population is serving in various fields in Russia. Viewers, I tell you that if someone uploaded video of the president of Tajikistan dancing at his son's wedding, he blocked YouTube in the country. Tajikistan has a population of 98 lakh 40 in June 2021, ranking 96th in the world in terms of population. It has a population of 46 people per kilometer. It ranks 155th among the world's least populous countries. The largest group in the country's population is Tajik, 80%, while a large number of Uzbek also live in Tajikistan. A small population of Russian also live here. The language of the country is Tajik, but business and government transactions are conducted in Russia. 10 million people in the country use mobile phone, 2 million of them use the internet. Despite of 70% poverty rate in the country, the literacy rate in the country is very high, and above 98% of the population is literate.